I'm Cheryl Quintero of CherylQuintero.com, and I'm your wellness coach and goal strategist. Very simply, I work with you to help you reach your health, fitness, and nutrition goals. I make the solutions simple, and I give you the tools and the strategies to have the long-term success that you deserve. So, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to this episode. I'm so glad that you're here. Now, be sure to subscribe to the podcast and share it with someone you know who is ready to implement simple solutions and make small changes that will lead to larger wins. You are all deserving of it. Now, this episode is being brought to you by Craving Crush, and Craving Crush is a 4-week course experience. In Craving Crush, I show you how to redefine your relationship with food to help you towards the weight loss goal or the healthy lifestyle goal that you have for yourself. Now, the course, found at www.cravingcrush.com, is launching early this fall. So I encourage you to visit the link and be sure to claim your spot in the experience. So here's the thing. Your health is important to you as it is to me. But like many other people, you feel as though you don't have the time to make healthy changes. So the thought of heading to the gym or preparing meals seems a bit too much after the rest of your life is taken care of. I mean, who has time, right? But guess what? You're important and you deserve to take care of yourself too. And the thing is, the time is there. You have the time. It's a matter of finding it and creating the time that you need. So tell me if this sounds familiar to you. You have your annual physical exam, you get your full workup, your vitals, your blood pressure, your weights, your lab work, and in the end, the doctor tells you to add or increase some activity every day to your day and watch how you're eating because maybe you've put on a couple of pounds. And instantly, you feel that your blood pressure, which was then normal, shoots up, right? And then you have a sense of overwhelm that overcomes you. Now, you can't be alone. We've all been there. I've had it happen to me on certain levels too. But you and I both are deserving of a healthy lifestyle, and obtaining it shouldn't feel overwhelming and it shouldn't feel time consuming. So make sure you stay tuned and keep listening to this episode because I'm going to share with you 3 of my key tips to finding the time you need to add the habits and activities into your life that will help you move towards the healthy lifestyle that you have for yourself, moving you closer to your goals. So let's just start with number 1. The very first thing that I would encourage you to do is to rethink your to-do list. And I start here because I speak from experience. My to-do list used to look like a brainstorm or a major brain dump. And what would happen, any idea that came to my mind would hit the paper. And the thing is, not only was that overwhelming, it was truly unrealistic to think that I could accomplish every single thing in the time that I had available in the day on that list. So in the end, I would look at the list, look it over, restructure it, try to reorganize it. I was very, very busy with that list, but not very productive. So I was wasting time with this unrealistic list. So to you, I'd say, whether you like to write on paper or use your phone or a tablet, take a look at your to-do list that you have for yourself today, if you do make lists, right? And I want you to take a look at how many tasks you have written on that. And ask yourself, can you really get all of those things done in the time that you have free in the day? Because that's going to be an eye-opener to you. If you realize that you can't get those 100 tasks done in the day and you've thought about it, but you haven't done one thing on it, there's time that's been wasted. So here's the major tip for you really is just to rethink and recreate your to-do list. So for example, if your to-do list has 20 tasks on it, you might want to reduce that down to 5. And those 5 things are the things that are non-negotiable items. They have to be taken care of in that day. Where the 20 tasks were things you would like to take care of, the 5 have to get taken care of. But the thing is, you want to make at least one of those tasks, those non-negotiable items, something that is health promoting or that's going to lead you closer to the healthy lifestyle. So what that looks like for you will be different than it is for me, but it could be something like going for a walk. It could be cooking dinner, making breakfast, stretching, praying, meditating. So you have to define what that item is for you, that non-negotiable. Make sure you add that one thing to your list of 5 things that you have to do and ensure that you get that done in the day. The next thing I want to share with you is just an exercise, an activity that I call Track and Reflect. There's nothing unique about the name, but it's an activity that I use with clients. And so for you, in trying to find time or create time that you need for where you're heading in your journey, is to keep track of your day. So think about what you do in your day. What does it look like? So you wake up in the morning. How do you spend your mornings? Do you spend an hour and a half browsing the computer on Facebook while you drink coffee? Meanwhile, your commute is an hour to work. You go to lunch, it's an hour lunch. But over the course of a day, keep track in real time, or as real time as you can be, of what you do and how you spend your time. So let's say your intention for the day was to only spend 30 minutes on a social media platform, but you spent an hour or an hour and a half, and you document that on your list. That's fine. So at least you're aware of where your time was. But keep track of it in real time. Don't estimate it. Be as exact as you can. Obviously, if you're driving and commuting to work, I don't want you writing while you're driving, but when you park the car, take note in the beginning of when you hopped in the car and when you turned the ignition off, and document how much time was spent on the road. So do this for about a day. If you can do it for 2 days, great. Keep track in a journal on your phone, but once you're done, review your notes and reflect on how your time was spent. So, again, if your intention on each day was to only spend 30 minutes on the computer for social media, but you spent an hour and a half in each of those instances, you right there have identified each day an hour where you can add an hour of some healthy lifestyle activity. So again, deciding what that is for you, but using that time to do something that is health promoting. So again, it can be a dance fitness class. It could be a combination of cooking meals and going for a walk, but you can identify where you can add these activities in. And the last thing is just to wake up earlier. Now, I am not a morning person, so the thought of waking up early is not all that appealing. However, trying something small is realistic. You can do this. So this is what I mean. If you're not a morning person, or you know that you can't sustain getting up an hour or an hour and a half earlier every morning, so you can't get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, don't do it. Because you want to sustain the activity to create a habit over time. But what I would encourage you to do, or suggest that you try, is getting up maybe an extra 10 or 15 minutes earlier each day for just 5 days. And again, in that time, figure out or add something to that time that you want to do, that you will do, that is health promoting or aids in your development in becoming or living in that healthy lifestyle, whatever your intentions are, your goal is for that. So again, if it's 15 minutes, maybe every morning for 15 minutes, you spend that time in prayer and meditation. Or maybe at that hour, what you want to do is stretch your body. And that is perfectly okay, because that is something that you need for your journey. So again, do what you can do consistently that is realistic for your day and your overall lifestyle. And maybe over time you find that 15 minutes is actually very realistic and you have the capacity to do more. Then if that's the case, you add to it. Maybe the 15 minutes becomes 30 minutes and 30 becomes an hour. But do what you can do. So I really do hope that these tips were helpful to you. They allow you to identify where you have more time, where time might be not so much wasted, but allocated in areas that aren't moving you closer to your goals and activities that you, how you see yourself living. So let me know how this works for you. You can find me on Facebook at Cheryl Quintero. But definitely send me a message, info@CherylQuintero.com. But you can find me at my website as well. I want to know if you have rethought or will think to redo your to-do list, that you wake up a little bit earlier and even track and reflect your day and identify where your time is, where it's being spent, how it's being spent, and let me know how you add additional activities into your day. So remember, you deserve to reach your vision of a healthy lifestyle. With simple solutions, you can do it. So for a deeper dive into reaching that lifestyle, be sure to visit CherylQuintero.com to get started. And make sure you pay this forward and share this podcast with someone you know who can benefit from these 3 tips. Until next time, thanks for joining me. See you soon.